Another day, another set of Call of Duty news, and this time we've got even more leaks on what the next couple of Call of Duty titles are gonna look like, as well as what Call of Duty in 2025 is gonna be, and even beyond that. I'm pretty excited to talk about these rumors and leaks, but I just want to preface this all by saying that do keep in mind that these are all just leaks and rumors. Things could always end up being different, so take it with a grain of salt. Just a bit of a disclaimer before we get into this. And yeah, before we talk about the news, do be sure to subscribe to the channel and set your notifications on to all so you never miss out on another upload. Alright, let's get into it. Just want to also say that some of the footage in today's video is my first time playing on controller, so bear with me. I've been playing mouse and keyboard for years, so I'm not used to controller in this game at all, but hey, it's a learning process, you know what I mean? In any case though, the first thing I wanted to discuss is the next mainline Call of Duty release in 2025. Yes, we are still on Black Ops 6, but we all know that another Call of Duty is going to be out sometime in October, so we've got the time to discuss it, you know what I mean? In any case, Call of Duty in 2025 is rumored to be a sequel to Black Ops 2, which is pretty fitting actually if you think about it, since Black Ops 2's modern or at least futuristic storyline took place in 2025, which I guess is now officially a modern warfare situation. Just kidding around, but genuinely, they didn't go too far off with the drone warfare stuff in Black Ops 2. For context, I did get these rumors from Charlie Intel over on Twitter. So Black Ops 2, as we know, it had some more futuristic elements to it in the 2025 storyline, so I'm guessing if the next Call of Duty title is really a sequel to Black Ops 2, then we can probably expect to see more futuristic elements in the next game than we've had for the last couple of iterations. I'm not sure how far they're gonna go with the futurism stuff, just because we know that in the past, futuristic elements, you know, they weren't always the most popular thing in Call of Duty, but I guess it all depends on how much they implement it and to what extent they're gonna implement it. Some of the leaks have shown that apparently David Mason from Black Ops 2 storyline will continue in this next Call of Duty title, which I think is great. I really liked the Black Ops 2 campaign, and it'll be really interesting to see where they're gonna take the story next, you know, but for the most part, I do focus on multiplayer and a little bit of zombies here and there on this channel, so let's talk about what rumors and leaks exist around those elements. Firstly, in terms of multiplayer, the rumors are suggesting that at this point we're going to see a continuation of the new Omni movement system that we got in Black Ops 6. I personally think Omni movement is not bad at all. I've been having a blast with it, and on controller, it's actually a lot more fun than it is on keyboard and mouse. The idea of Omni movement doesn't bother me. It's a pretty good evolution of what we've been getting movement-wise in the game for the past few years. However, the thing that I'm interested about is the rumor that wall jumps are going to be added. Now, as we know, Black Ops 2's futuristic storyline included a lot of futuristic technology, and I'm sort of wondering what wall jumps could mean. Are we going to get something like, you know, Titanfall 2, where you can just launch off of walls after running on them, or is it going to be a simpler implementation? I mean, we had something similar to Titanfall 2 in Call of Duty before, but it didn't really seem to be that popular because everyone wanted that, you know, whole boots on the ground thing again. That was a whole fiasco back then. So I'm wondering how they're going to implement this concept without too much backlash from the community. Again, this is just a rumor, but if these things pan out to be true, it'll be interesting to see what they're going to actually do with this. I personally have no gripes with futuristic stuff because I'm a fan of the military sci-fi genre, you know, Halo, Titanfall, things like that, but Call of Duty has never been known for that kind of stuff, or at least it's not the most memorable element of the franchise, but we'll see. I think I'm interested also in seeing things like what weapons and maps they'll be bringing into the game. I don't want it to be a one-to-one exact replica of Black Ops 2 because I would like to see some more modern additions to the game, but I would like the multiplayer to at least have a good number of elements from Black Ops 2 so that we can get the best of both worlds in a sense. I think that for the most part though, the maps are something that I'm interested in. I don't want the maps to only be remastered versions from Black Ops 2, but it would be awesome to have a mix of remastered maps and original maps depending on the campaign in this next Black Ops title. Not all of the new maps are great in Black Ops 6, but I don't mind some of them. Protocol isn't too bad. I'm not that against Vault after playing on it for some time, but I think that a lot of the maps depend on the game mode that you're loading into it with. For instance, the more I played Hacienda on Hardpoint, the more I realized that this wasn't a map made for, you know, team deathmatch, but it was more so a map that was built with something like Hardpoint in mind. So long as, you know, everyone plays objective, of course, because oftentimes in just, you know, your regular matches, you don't really see people playing objective, but at the end of the day, I think some maps were built better for some modes over others for sure. It would be cool to see a lot of the weapons from Black Ops 2 make a comeback, of course, since we're going to be focusing on the futuristic storyline in this next Call of Duty. I wonder if they'll just bring over futuristic style weapons or not. Can it even be called futuristic anymore at this point now that I'm thinking about it? I don't know. Anyways, I personally had a good time with zombies in Black Ops 6, and I'm hoping to see some more improvement in Black Ops 2. You know, there's always room for improvement, but nothing will ever be perfect. In any case, though, what I'm hoping is that Zombies is going to maintain round-based gameplay and introduce good maps and, you know, keep the storyline engaging. I personally like Terminus. Citadel du Mort wasn't too bad. Liberty Falls was fine, bit of a smaller map, but it's fun to just kind of, you know, get on and play a bit if you don't want the pressure of the larger stuff in the other two maps. I sort of play on it sometimes when I just want to like rank up in prestige and I don't really want to deal with the whole Terminus thing. It seems like Treyarch is again working on 2025's title, but what with them having worked on Black Ops 6 and still needing to support it basically until the end, I'm assuming that they're probably more so supported by other studios with this next Call of Duty title since they're working on and supporting Black Ops 6, of course. So I feel like it won't be entirely on Treyarch's shoulder for this iteration of Call of Duty. So maybe one of these support studios is going to kind of push more on 2025's Call of Duty. Now, I know we're still just starting out in 2025, but apparently there are rumors regarding 2026 and 2027's Call of Duty titles. So let's talk about 2026. Apparently, Call of Duty in 2026 is going to be developed by Infinity Ward and is going to be another Modern Warfare title. Now, I personally am not sure how I feel about this. Modern Warfare, I think, had a lot of potential, but I feel that they really fumbled the whole thing when they released Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 2 in 2022 wasn't like the worst or anything, but it definitely could have been much better, and there was a massive margin between the quality of Modern Warfare 2019 in comparison to Modern Warfare 2 in 2022. I feel like most of that comes from the fact that they didn't really push well on the campaign, and that, you know, I think really harmed the storyline that they were building in Modern Warfare back in 2019's release. Also, there were some campaign missions in MW2 and 3, you know, the recent ones that were really, you know, just like Warzone missions that were thrown into the campaign. I wasn't a fan of that sort of integration. I don't really see why it was done. I do think that from an overall sense, the story quality went down, but the gameplay in the campaigns was overall fine enough that it kept my attention. At least that was the case in Modern Warfare 2. I don't really know what happened with Modern Warfare 3, to tell you the truth. Now, multiplayer wise, I don't hate Modern Warfare games, but in recent releases, from a personal standpoint, I have found myself more preferential to the gameplay style of Treyarch's Black Ops Call of Duty titles. I personally really liked Cold War's gameplay style, and I like Black Ops 6's gameplay style. I do think I prefer more of the fast-paced gameplay, and I just had issues with the Modern Warfare games where they leaned a little too heavily on the slower stuff with significantly larger maps and things like that, but I guess this is, again, really up to individual preference. I know that some people do prefer the slower paced stuff. That's not me. I did find myself far more engaged with Black Ops than with Modern Warfare titles, at least the modern ones. I don't hate it, I just don't prefer it, is what I'm really trying to say. The thing with this that I'm worried about is what sort of ideas are they going to run with this time around? Like, what sort of story are we getting in another Modern Warfare title? You know what? Since Call of Duty has been bringing back characters from the dead, can we just get Sandman and the Delta guys from Modern Warfare 3? I feel like we need them back. You know, they were really great characters. Maybe that's wishful thinking though, who knows? What I do know though is that I did prefer Soap in the original Modern Warfare 2 by a significant margin compared to what we got in the newer Modern Warfare games. I didn't hate the new Soap, but you know, he just wasn't the same. Also, there's apparently going to be a new Xbox releasing in 2026 alongside the new Call of Duty, probably day one, and it might be called Xbox Prime. I don't know how I feel about that name, but I saw someone make a joke about how that name sounds like the name of a Transformer, which I mean it does. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be a next-gen console or something like the Xbox One X or the PlayStation 5 Pro, but now let's talk about 2027, which is the last current rumor so far for Call of Duty, which is even further away than 2026, but I want to talk about it because apparently it looks like Sledgehammer Games is going to be working on the 2027 Call of Duty title. I had heard previously some rumors about there being a sequel to Advanced Warfare coming sometime in the future and that it was basically official. I don't know how credible that is, and I don't know if that's 100%, but when we look back at the lineup that Sledgehammer produced mainly on its own basically games where they weren't like in collab with Infinity Ward or whatever, World War II and Advanced Warfare are included in that lineup, and I'm, you know, gonna throw a strong doubt here that they're gonna do another World War II game because they already did Vanguard, and I don't really think that that one was a very popular game by all means, so I think that they're probably not revisiting the World War II stuff for some time. That's perfectly fine by me. I feel like World War II is just a bit overdone in the first-person shooter genre, and I wouldn't really want to return to that in the Call of Duty franchise. That's a personal thing though. I'm sure some people are on the complete opposite side of that opinion. In any case, the only thing I can see making sense is Advanced Warfare 2, which would be crazy because that would be a complete diversion back to the futuristic stuff, which we all know wasn't super popular with fans of the series. I'm guessing, and this is literally just pure speculation on my end, that what they're going to do with Black Ops 2 is probably gauge the reaction on additions of futuristic stuff and probably either double down or reverse with 2027's Call of Duty. Again, entirely pure speculation on my end though, because these games do take quite a long time to produce and they do work on these 4 years in advance, so maybe they already have a vision with what they're going to do in 2027. Maybe it's going to be an entirely new thing and a new storyline and all that stuff, so I don't know, but Advanced Warfare 2 does kind of sound like it would be the most logical conclusion to draw from this. I wouldn't mind having a sequel to Advanced Warfare. I feel like some futuristic stuff here and there in between the more grounded stuff would be kind of fun, plus the technical work that they can do for new Call of Duty games is much better than it used to be, so movement systems, things like that, they can be a lot better in today's world, so I'm curious to see how that approach would be in Call of Duty again. If they include things like, you know, exosuits or other sort of futuristic tech, I do think they need to be careful about implementing it in a way that's, you know, balanced so that multiplayer is actually fun. I don't know if I would want to see the whole sort of Titanfall 2 style movement system in a Call of Duty game. I feel like at this point, Call of Duty just works best when it's more grounded, but we'll have to see. I'm also curious about what sort of movement advancements are going to be made from now until then. We got Omni movement recently, so I'm kind of interested to see by 2027 what sort of changes they're going to do to the movement system. I hope we get more info soon, but it's still a way out. So yeah, 2027 is a while from now. Actually, in all fairness, it's not. I can't believe how many years have just, you know, flown. It feels like I was playing Modern Warfare 2019 yesterday. Time flew way too fast. So before we know it, it'll be 2027. Trust me. I'll wrap things up there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about these leaks and rumors and what you're hoping to see in the next couple of years from Call of Duty. I'm interested in 2025's iteration, but there's still some time for that. Don't forget to share this video, leave a like, and subscribe with notifications set to all so you never miss out on another upload. And that's all for today, folks.
Ah, fuck.